what is the latest with Rodgers and the Jets right now? Best you can tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that from everything I understand, things went well. I go back to like when they hired Nathaniel Hackett, and I asked around the organization about like the implication of that. I mean, even back then, and that was mid-January.
Yeah.
No one in the Jets organization shied away from the implication that meant that they could be making a run at Aaron Rodgers. So this is something they discussed for a while. Putting the people on the plane that they put on the plane, and the owner and the team president and the GM and the head coach and the offensive coordinator, I think tells you how serious they are about this. And I think if they, in an ideal world, and look, some of this is going to take massaging egos and everything else, but I think in an ideal world, the plan for the Jets would be, we're going to keep Zach Wilson on the roster and have Aaron Rodgers here for a year or two.
Yep.
Aaron's going to be sort of a mentor to Zach because they have a relationship. And we hope that we are going to have a couple great years with Aaron Rodgers and create a natural handoff to a guy who a couple of years from now could really benefit from being around Aaron Rodgers. And so this is sort of plan A for them. It's not their only plan. So much of this boils down to what Aaron wants to do, and whether Aaron wants to go there. But, I think that there's, good signs that they've made progress on that end. And I think the Packers will be pretty amenable to this. I would say this, too. I'm not sure it's even going to cost them a first-round pick. So I think the Jets are pretty into this.
Yeah, so Jets could keep their 13th overall, get Aaron Rodgers for a couple of years. And then hand things off to Zach. I mean, and then, of course, have a Canyon of Heroes parade in the meantime. I mean, like, that's
sounds great, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's one way out of their current predicament. but there's a possibility that Rodgers is like, yeah, I don't want to do that. I'll just retire a Packer or even turn around. Is it possible he turns around and says, yeah, thanks for letting me talk to the Jets. I want to come back to you. What do you think?
He could do that. I mean, isn't that sort of what Favre did?
Well, I mean, Favre did say he was out, and then after they turned to Rodgers, said, I want to come back. I mean, way down the road. Like that's
way down the road. So that was awkward.
This is all within just a few weeks between the Super Bowl and the new league year. I mean, this is nothing compared to Favre.
This gives everybody else way more time to plan. Yeah, I mean, I think that it feels to me like I would say the Packers' approach has been way different. And I could say this from start to finish. Like the Packers the last couple of years, and we talked about this a lot, me and you, over the last couple of years. Their approach the last couple of years was, Aaron, take as much time as you want. Aaron, we're going to leave the light on for you. Aaron, we're going to restructure contracts to accommodate you. We're going to do everything it takes to keep a team in place, to build around you, and to win championships in this short window. And their approach this time around has been, you let us know, and please let us know as soon as possible because we have a season to plan for. It feels like they have, I would say, already taken a step as far as moving on. Now, that doesn't mean they would shut him out if he wanted to come back, but it does feel like they have sort of begun the process of moving on to Jordan Love. And I think the roster is going to reflect that. Like I think they do less of the kicking the can down the road financially and going all in for right now, and that sort of thing with Jordan Love as their quarterback, because they do have some bills to pay from the last couple of years. And so I do think what you're seeing right now is the Packers taking that step into the post Aaron Rodgers era. It doesn't mean they can't step back and have another year with him. But I certainly think that they've started to take those steps. And like I said, I think it'd get pretty awkward if he decided he wanted to come back because of that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's time for Jordan Love to start the starting portion of his 15-year-long Hall of Fame career, because that's what happens in Green Bay with all your quarterbacks, pretty much. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.